Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, as I prepare to fly off to Rome and get on my Greek cruise for 10 days, really looking forward to it. I'm hearing more and more difficulties and horror stories about the airlines and some things that's happening. And now I had to do something to prepare in case something happened, and let's go over that. Okay, so we know about the delays. We know about canceled flights. We know about all the delays at the terminals. We know all that, and people are missing their flights, and flights are canceled, and it's a mess, and long lines to get through security. Sitting on the airplane at the gate because there's no one there to let you off the plane. Luggage being delayed getting on the plane, luggage being delayed getting off the plane, etc., etc., etc. It just seems to be one delay after another, and now there's something coming out that we all a lot take for granted now, because when you get on when you're getting on your airplane and you go up and you bring your luggage in, they scan now, right? They put those tags on and they scan the bag. And the bag goes into all these computer systems that says, okay, this one's going to that plane, this one's going to that plane, and so it heads off there, and there's scanners. So it's just like your UPS package or FedEx or your post office. They're scanning everything, and it should get to the destination. The trouble is when they don't scan them. So there's lots of stories coming out. There's one right now going around, and there's a big, huge Facebook post about all the missing bags. The one I'm going to tell you about is an Air Canada bag where somebody flew from Venice into Montreal, Quebec, and then was flying on to the United States, flying on Air Canada. They got their bags, they put them on the plane, and they flew to Montreal. And then when they flew to the United States, their bags were no longer there. And they went to the purser and they said, where's our bags and everything? They said, your bags are still in Venice. They were scanned in Venice. They haven't been scanned since. The problem is, this lady has done what I am now going to do. She put an Apple tracker in her luggage. And I'm going to buy a GPS tracker and put it in my luggage as well. I thought that, good idea. You know, a $50 investment not to lose $1,000 worth of clothes and camera equipment and stuff like that. I'm going to invest in that and put it in my luggage as well. So she said, look, it's in Montreal. I see it here in Montreal. I checked when I landed in Montreal that the bag was in Montreal with us. And the lady said, well, no, they haven't scanned it in Montreal, so it's not there. It turned out, yes, it is. They unloaded the bags, and I guess they were so busy that somebody said, just put them aside, we'll scan them later. And then they never did. And so they have this big pile of bags coming from different areas. And she had a friend that was flying into a different city, so she was on a different flight, but they left at the same time. Her bag got lost as well. And there's a huge Facebook post out there right now going on where people have lost their luggage. There's a big story out there with Jeremy Roenick, the hockey player, how he's still missing his bag after 8 days of flying through Air Canada. I mean, it's not just Air Canada. It's all the airlines. They are swamped. Air Canada representative brought up in this story, they didn't comment directly on this story, but they put out a comment saying, look, compared to last year at this week, we had 120,000 passengers this week, where last year we had 22,000 passengers. So we're really trying to catch up with all the travel. And I'm going, you should have known. You should have known this was going to happen. You don't wait until the dam breaks to try and fix the hole. If you know what I mean. You try and get it ready and prepare it and have it all arranged so it doesn't break. And it seems like all the airlines were just completely caught off guard. completely caught off guard that air travel might get busier once people were allowed to travel, once testing requirements disappeared, once border restrictions disappeared. Lo and behold, what an amazing thought that people might want to get out of their house for the first time in 2 years. So yeah, they didn't plan, they mishandled the situation, and that's all airlines. It's not just Air Canada, it's every airline out there, because I flew United, I flew Delta, and I flew American, and all the flights were delayed, all the flights were canceled. So it's not just one airline. But I thought this lady gave me a really good idea, because quite often, especially for my flights home, I don't want to carry a lot of the heavy equipment that I sometimes put in my backpack when I'm heading off on a trip. And I'll shove the odd camera lens, and I'll shove the odd computer part and hard drive and things like that into my luggage because I have room in it, and this way my backpack's lighter for the trip. If that ever disappeared, that's work, that's a whole bunch of stuff that's gone, that's very expensive, and that $150 luggage claim insurance isn't going to do much in some cases. One of my lenses is $900, for example. That's why I don't like to do that, but sometimes I just have so much camera equipment, I do. Not to mention losing your suits, losing all your clothes, especially your travel stuff when you're dressing, when you're wearing formal wear, when you go on some of these cruises for formal night. You wear your good suits, you bring your good stuff. And to have it all gone and disappeared, and they say, hey, it's still in Europe, and your tracker says, no, it's in Montreal, what happened to it? Because if they still think it's in Europe, they're not searching Montreal for your bag. They're not searching at the proper location, because somebody didn't scan the bag. They were too rushed to unload as opposed to doing the job correctly. And that's been my worry about airlines, because if they're cutting service there, they're skipping there to make things faster, what else are they skipping to make things faster? And that is scary when you're talking about air travel. That's when you're talking about anything, right? It just makes me nervous. I'm a nervous flyer to begin with. I don't like flying, but I do. And the thought that somebody is rushing a job or cutting corners in any way, it is terrifying to me when I'm talking about airplanes. And it just makes you wonder, if they're doing it for luggage and they're missing these steps, where else are they missing steps? How'd you like to feel? Don't you feel good flying soon, everybody? Don't you feel great now? Sorry about that. But hey, I thought this lady in this article had a great idea. I've never done that yet, but I ordered my tracker today. It'll arrive tomorrow. I ordered 2, one for myself, one for my friend Alicia, and we are going to track our bags to make sure we get our luggage at our location. Worth a $50 investment in my mind. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel blogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.